Hello and welcome to GAK, I'm Tom.
And I'm James.
And today we're looking at the Roland TM6 Pro trigger module. I'm here with James, our Roland Planet specialist. So James, tell us a bit about it.
So basically what we've got with the TM6 Pro is a brand new trigger module that has a load of internal sounds, but also you can load in your own samples. The idea is you get this lovely little tiny box, and then you've got a series of trigger outputs which you can plug into either as a hybrid kit or as its own electronic kit.
I mean, it's cool to start off with. It looks great. The new blue stripe along the top is pretty cool, I like that. Tells it apart from everything else. I mean, it's kind of a bit of a game changer, really, for the hybrid kit world. I'm currently using like a TD25 kit.
I've got one too.
You've got one too? And I have to completely take it apart, pack it down, take it with me to a gig or a function, set my acoustic kit up, and then set my hybrid kit up around my acoustic kit. And it just takes a long time, and it's quite annoying, to be frank. So.
I think for me, a big reason how I'd use one is with my TD25 at home, you know, I don't want to really pack down the rack. I don't want to take the loom out, and because I'm really particular about cables.
About cable management. Yeah.
So I don't want to undo my loom. So what you can do with this, basically, you could just take off the pads off your existing TD25 or whatever electronic kit you have. Go to a gig. You could have a load of other, you know, I mean, obviously the L-Rod mounts on here fit most Gibraltar or even other brands' mounts. So you could take a few clamps and stuff like that. You'll see from the video what we've done. Yeah. It just means that setting up and packing down your home kit is so much easier, but also setting up your gigging kit's much better too.
It's basically, you can leave this by the front door.
Well, yeah, you could just have like your gig set of triggers. So, I mean, obviously these are probably what you'd expect to see on your TD25, but we've got some other ones here. So
this fascinates me. I've never seen this before. I don't know how I haven't come across it, but this thing is fantastic.
Basically, it means now that I can go with one of my bands and tour in a boot of a car because I haven't got a kick drum. So what this is the KT10. So this is basically a weighted kick pedal, essentially, with a trigger on it.
Yeah. It feels really nice and sturdy as well.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Yeah.
Look how much space that takes up compared to a bass drum. It's much better.
Stick it in your rucksack.
Your other option is one of these. So if you've got, you know, an acoustic snare drum, or tom, or anything like that, this trigger will basically let you get a sound from the head and a sound from the rim. So that's obviously really cool too. And again, you know, basically like that on an acoustic drum.
What else we got over here? BT1.
Obviously, I understand some people in their acoustic kit might not have space for something like this or something like that. So what you can do essentially is, you know, you could take, say, your tom and go on the lugs like this and just really, you know, nice and compact. So again, it gives you just another individual trigger So again, just making it even smaller. Or you could get, you know, a little arm, put it above your hi-hat like a cowbell type thing. But yeah, let's get back to the module. So the great thing with this is we've got 500 new sounds. They've all been made by some great Roland endorsees, and they've all done their own sample packs for it, essentially. So Michael Shack, as you'd expect, a lot of EDM sounds, really aggressive DnB and stuff like that, which is really cool. House Rodriguez has gone kind of down the R&B, kind of neo-soul type thing. Yeah. And then Chris Whitten has got a load of vintage type kits that he's recorded in Rock Studios. So there's a really, really great set of acoustic kits in there. And yes, they are multi-dynamic, so you can play softly to loud, and they do sound different. So
that's cool. Does it feature any of the sounds or samples or kits from any of the other Roland?
No, those 500 sounds are all new.
Okay.
So it is its own brand new sound set. There's 268 sounds that are basically what are the acoustic emulations,
okay.
And again, those are also new.
Yeah.
The biggest thing though with this I mean, a lot of you will probably be screaming at me, but why don't you just get an SPDSX? Well, hi-hat control, which is probably the biggest thing that I think is a massive addition to this, because previously, if you wanted to do sampling and use a hi-hat control, the only real option was a TD50 module.
Yeah.
Now, I know that not everyone has the money for a TD50 module. So the great thing about this is obviously it's inexpensive, and you can go and you can have an electronic hi-hat that opens and closes, which is great. So while we're on obviously the back of it, let's talk about it. So you've got 6 trigger ins. So that's 6 stereo triggers. So that means if you have a pad like this, you get the head and rim 6 times. So 12 sounds. What you can also do is you can get a Y splitter cable, and then you can get 2 triggers. So you could have, say for instance, 2 BT1s in 1 port. So that means you get 12 triggers, which is cool. Loads.
There's a lot to this, and there's a lot you can add to it, which is one of the things I like the most about it.
A lot of SPDSX users, obviously there's still a massive port of call for that. You can load in backing tracks and stuff to this, but I still think stuff with the SPDSX Special Edition, there's way more memory on there.
Yeah.
So if you are heavy on the backing tracks, then I'd still say there's a place for an SPDSX. But one thing that I do like about this is a bit of a good friend for a sound engineer, is you've got lots of direct outs there. And the first time I saw this, I couldn't believe how small it actually is and how light it is. I mean, gigging that will be amazing.
I know. So if you like this video, don't forget to give us a like and a comment below.
And if you want to see more videos like this, just hit subscribe.
And we'll see you guys very soon.